Non-tariff barriers such as excessive delays, cumbersome document requirements, or restrictive product standards can negatively affect the ability of African entrepreneurs to trade across the continent. Adopted by African heads of state, the Non-Tariff Barriers (NTB) reporting, monitoring, and eliminating online mechanism of the African Continental Free Trade Area (AfCFTA) offers a solution to all African businesses to break down these obstacles and trade easier. It is open to all African business sectors: small, medium, large companies, informal traders, women, and youth operators. This brief tutorial will show you 5 simple steps to report and trigger the removal of any obstacles you may face when trading goods across African borders. So let's get started. Using your smartphone or computer, go to www.tradebarriers.africa. Click the right-hand side of the green bar menu to select your preferred language. If you already have an account, simply put in your email address and password and log in as a registered user. If this is your first time using the Trade Barriers website, you will need to register an account. Navigate your way to the green Register tab and click Register. Once you have clicked Register, a form will appear with the information required to register your account. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in the registration form. Firstly, fill in your email address in the first field. Next, create a password. Small tip: try to include upper and lowercase letters or add numbers to increase the security of your password. Now, repeat the password in the field below. Fill in your first name followed by your last name in the field below. The next tab has a drop-down option to select your country of residence. Go ahead and click on the drop-down button and select your country. If you want, you can also provide your telephone, cell phone, and/or fax number. We are nearly done. Make your way to the next drop-down menu and select your sector. This is a mandatory field. If you are from the private sector, select Economic Operator. If none of the available options apply to you, please specify Other. The final step before clicking Register is to specify, using the drop-down menu, the language in which you would like to receive your emails. Once you have filled out the form, click Register on the green tab at the bottom. If some fields are incomplete, go back and make sure you have filled in all the mandatory fields. These are specified with a red asterisk next to the tab. If all fields have successfully been filled in, go ahead and click on the green Register tab at the bottom of the form. A page will appear notifying you that your account has been created. The next step is to activate your account. This is very important. The details of your account will be sent to the email address you specified in your registration form. If you don't see the email within a few minutes, make sure to see if the email may have landed in your spam or junk mail folder. Once you have opened up your mail, you will see an email from the AfCFTA Non-Tariff Barriers. The email will provide a link to validate your account. Click on the link. The link will direct you to the home page of the Trade Barriers website. Enter your login details for your newly activated account, and you will now officially be logged in. To view details of your account, see the top left-hand corner drop-down arrow. Now we move on to reporting a non-tariff barrier. In order to do so, click on the orange icon labeled Report an NTB Online. A form will appear with options to register your complaint. Underneath Reporting Country, specify your country of origin with the drop-down menu. This is the country from where you are trading the goods. Below is where you will fill in the details of the occurrence. Firstly, select the country in which you have experienced the trade barrier by selecting from the drop-down menu. You will then have the option to select the type of location where the incident occurred, for example, airport, border post, seaport, etc. Once you have selected the relevant type of border post, to the right you will need to further specify which specific location in the country you experience the barrier. A drop-down menu will provide the different locations. Go ahead and select the relevant location. If the exact border post is not provided in the drop-down menus, please select Other and specify the details. The important next step is the description of the non-tariff barrier. Click on the date of occurrence where a calendar will appear where you can specify the date on which the barrier occurred. Next, click on the drop-down menu to select the type of non-tariff barrier. If none of the options apply to you, please choose Other. If you are not sure or find this too complicated, don't worry and just leave the field blank. Don't select anything. The next text field is mandatory, so make sure you fill in a detailed description of the trade barrier or incident that you have experienced. It's really crucial that you provide as much information as possible and all the details. The more information you provide, the easier it will be for the responsible government officials to help you to remove the barrier. We now move along to the details of the affected product. In this field, please describe the affected product. This may be textiles, food, machinery, etc. Please be as specific as possible. Now, navigate below to the product value section. This is an optional section. Select your currency from the drop-down menu. Below, specify the consignment value affected by the NTB. Then, in the next text field, the annual trade value affected by the NTB. We are nearly done. The final step is to attach any relevant documentation that may be relevant to the complaint. Again, this is particularly important. For example, if a document was rejected by customs, attach a scan or photo of the document. You can also take pictures of the situation you are facing. Every bit of information helps the responsible government officials in helping you. In order to upload a file, click the Choose File tab and Add. Finally, click on the green tab at the bottom of the page to submit your complaint. If any mandatory fields are incomplete, you'll be prompted to review the form. All mandatory fields are marked with a red asterisk. Once you have submitted the complaint, a page will appear with the details of the complaint. In order to track your complaint, log in with your email and password. On the top left corner of the screen under your account, click on Complaints you have registered. A list of your submitted complaints will appear. In order to view the details of each complaint, click on the blue View tab on the far right column. Please note that you will only see occasional updates and that most of the resolution process is treated confidentially between the respective governments. So, even if you don't see an update, your case is still in progress. Once submitted, your complaint will be processed by formally nominated and trained government officials, so-called national focal points, with the support of the AfCFTA Secretariat. Resolved complaints will appear beneath the status column on the far right. Don't wait. Start reporting NTBs and trade easier.